Assalamu alaikum and welcome to you in the special episode to discuss the last events in the Palestine. My dear respected viewers, on the first day on this war, the Prime Minister of the Israel declared we are on a war. He said we are at a war, not an operation at Iranians, but at war. Well, this is very strange because the Palestinians have been at war since day one, Matt. Since you've taken their lands, but you haven't felt the pinch because the West have been supporting you financially, propaganda, wisely, and even religiously as well. I think the escalations and the situations that has evolved in the last weeks has evolved as a direct result of the continuation of the longest occupation in modern history. Israel occupation of Palestine land since 1948, and it expanded in this occupation since 1967. This is 56 years of occupation that has transformed into a system of apartheid, a much worse apartheid than what's prevailed in South Africa. Maybe Hamas didn't recognize Israel, but the Palestine Liberation Organization did, and the Palestine Authority did. What did they get? Nothing. Since 2014, the Israeli government would not even meet with Palestinians. And what you see, guys, now is a reaction to several things. First of all, settlers, terrorist attacks on Palestinians in the West Bank that has affected already 20 communities in the act of ethnic cleansing. 248 Palestinians who were killed by the Israeli army and settled in the West Bank, including 40 children attacks on the holy sites, the Muslim and Christian holy sites by Israeli extremists, as well as declaration of Netanyahu that he will liquidate the Palestinian right and the Palestinian cause by normalization with Arab countries, and he dared even to go to the United Nations and carried in the United Nations reference a map of Israel which included the whole of the West Bank, all of Gaza, all of the Jerusalem, as well as the Golan Heights. He declared the annexation of the occupied territories. So for all these reasons, the Palestinians turned to the resistance because you see these actions from Israel. And because this is the only way for them to get their rights. The question here is not dehumanizing Palestinians as is happening and calling them terrorists. It's about asking this question: why the United States supports Ukraine in fighting? What they call occupation, while here they are supporting the occupier who continues the occupation. The Israeli government has brazenly, publicly, and openly declared their intention to commit a war crime and have condemned that war crime against the people of Gaza, saying that they intend to starve of food, electricity, oil, water, 2.2 million people. That is a war crime under the Fourth Geneva Convention. They are raining down thousands of the most sophisticated missiles known to humanity on the most densely populated area in the world. They are bombarding houses, they are burning down to earth, and you've shown that on your screen. A couple days ago, they were bombarding the Al-Ma'madan hospital and killed more than 500 civilians in this hospital, most of them children and women. Whole apartments, whole buildings, high-rise buildings are brought down on the ground. And we already are receiving reports about families who are killed. 10 people in one family, 10 people in another family, including children, including women. By the way, I don't accept attacking any civilian to both. I don't want any civilian to be hurt, neither by Palestinians or by Israel. But the question now is how to end these conflicts, how to end these wars between Palestinians and Israelis. The answer for this question, the only way to stop these crimes is to tell the Israel, you have to respect international law. You have to end this illegal occupation and accept Palestine as equal human beings. Israel has already conducted 5 wars on Gaza. One of them lasted 51 days. They destroyed everything. They didn't stop Hamas, didn't stop resistance. There is one way to stop any violence, and that is to end the Israel occupation. And that is for the United States to be fair. They can say that Israel has the right to defend itself, but we the Palestinians don't have the right to defend ourselves. Let me remind you with the case of Shireen Abu Akleh, who was not only Palestinian but also an American. A very peaceful journalist. She was shot to death by an Israeli sniper. Was anybody died? Was anybody taken to court? At this moment we talking it, the Israel killed more than 3,200 Palestinians, and there are 12,500 injured in Gaza. So from here, I urge the peoples of world to pressure their leader to prevent the further slaughter of innocent souls. The massacres need to stop. Humanitarian aid to Gaza must be allowed immediately. One day, inshallah, Palestine will be free, so be on the right side of history. You're not anti-Semitic if you stand against war crimes. Free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine from the river to the sea. God save Palestine. God save Palestine and Palestinians.